Hi everyone, meet Tanya. Tanya is a historic preservationist. A historic preservationist is someone who keeps historical documents from being damaged. Historical documents are documents that are important to history. For example, speeches and letters written by the president are historical documents. Historical documents can get damaged if they are not kept in a sealed, temperature-controlled container. Old documents can get damaged by sunlight, bugs, and even the oils on people's hands. If historical documents get damaged, we can no longer study them. This means we can't learn about important events using the original document. This is why it is so important that people like Tanya learn how to preserve documents. The document that Tanya is working on today is the original copy of the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence was written in 1776 and declared that the 13 colonies were no longer going to be under the rule of the British. It stated that the 13 colonies would become their own independent states and create their own government. The Declaration also included a list of grievances that the colonists made. This list of grievances was a long list of complaints that the colonists had about the British king. One of the complaints was that the British king did not listen to the colonists when making new laws. The colonists wanted to have control over what laws they had to follow. Another complaint was that the colonists had to spend their money to feed the British soldiers that were living in the colony. The colonists didn't think it was fair. They wanted to keep their own money. One of the last complaints was that the king allowed British soldiers to take control of American ships and capture the sailors who were on board. The colonists thought that this was unfair and cruel. Tanya understands that the Declaration of Independence is one of the most important documents in U.S. history, and it is part of her job to make sure that it's protected. Tanya wants to make sure that the Declaration of Independence will be protected if there is any kind of emergency, like a flood or fire. She decides to make an emergency plan. Tanya decides that the Declaration should be in a special case that is waterproof. If a flood happens, the document will still be protected and will not get wet. Tanya also decides that the special case should be fireproof. That way, it won't get burned or damaged if a fire happens. Lastly, Tanya decides to put a special alarm on the case. If someone tries to break into the case, an alarm will go off. That way, no one will steal or damage the document. Tanya is relieved that there are emergency plans that will protect the Declaration of Independence no matter the situation. She is happy that she can finally protect this piece of American history. Now it's your turn to think like a historic preservationist and go on an adventure.